Sometimes I'm quiet, sometimes I'm, outgoing, sometimes, and if I feel like I I I want to be social, you know, I go to the craft store with one of my kids and we, do stuff like that. But I am one of those people that I want it done now and I want it done right and I want it done, you know, I want it finished immediately. So
in this dynamite castle, you will never be alone. Indigo sunset, it's the only way to go. I've been waiting for the fallout in the middle of the night. In this dynamite castle, you and me will be alright.
okay, so I'm just here filming out in the garden. It's been in the 80s the last couple of days. Today it's been like so nice and cool. So I've gotten a lot of different things done outside, but it's nice to get a good breeze and have the windows open and not to be walking around in the dark. I'm trying to think about doing a couple of touches in the kitchen. I finally got the blinds done, so I will show you guys that. Next week, I will have kind of like a little art piece that I did in the kitchen on the door that leads out to the garage to cover up an oopsie I made on that. And so my garden is just flourishing and I am just completely jazzed about it. So I'm just kind of recovering as well from having everyone here for Father's Day. We had a really good turnout. My dad was here. All the kids were around. We had a splash pad thing in the front yard, and the babies were able to play and have fun up there. And so it was a really, really nice day, and the weather was perfect. It wasn't really hot. It was like 85, nice enough to be outside, but not hot enough to be miserable. You know what I mean? My husband and I celebrated our anniversary, 19 years, and so we're pretty it's been a ride. That's all I can say. It's been a ride. It's been a good ride. So I don't know, we're kind of thinking about next year, 20 years, maybe if we should do like an anniversary party or something like that. I don't know. But I just wanted to say, I hope you guys are enjoying my vlogs. If there's anything that you kind of want to see or get an update on that I haven't, fulfilled yet or whatever, I pretty much share everything that most of the rooms in my home. I've shared my studio, my living room, my kitchen. I'm not sure if I've shared my bedroom. I redid my bedroom last winter. I'm kind of starting to think about redoing my entryway. I went up and I put a gallery wall in on it and all of that, and I've shared bits and pieces of that, I think, but now I feel like I want to change the color of it. I have a chandelier that I bought off of Facebook Marketplace while we lived in Santa Cruz, and I still have that hanging in my garage. I haven't done anything with it. The hardest part for me is picking out color. I don't know what color I want to put in there. Um, I'm thinking about like putting like a green. I want it to kind of be moody, but I don't want it to be too dark. It's already pretty dark in that area. So I think I'm going to have to Pinterest all of that and just see what I think I might like. Most of the rooms in my house have stayed the color that they are when we bought the house. The only room that I've kind of changed, and I didn't even finish it because I got sick, was the my bedroom. Is I plastered the walls and put in like a 3D effect with that, with the plaster and stuff. But then I did also like a lime wash, a custom colored lime wash, which is really pretty. I did it in like a yellow, but has some darker parts and things like that because it's all hand done. The problem with that is because I got sick and all of the paint or the lime wash that I mixed up got spoiled because it was so long before I went back to it. But now I'm ready to go back to it, but I'm not sure if I can remix the colors, or maybe I just have to remix it and do it all again, even over the part that I've done. It wouldn't be too hard, but I mixed it with like natural pigments and all of that, so I don't know. I feel like I wrote the recipe down somewhere, but where that is, hopefully maybe I can find it. I don't know. So I feel like I'm feeling a lot better. I really, truly, after I, got sick and came home from the hospital, it was such a struggle, and I still struggle. But I really just lost interest in doing anything with my house, with my garden, um, with anything. Because it was just so dang hard. And I'm one of those people that when I start a project, I want to get it done now, now, now. And I've had to take the last couple of years and realize that I can't do that. I have to know my limits. I have to fight the battles I can fight. And I have to realize that, doing a little every day is okay. I don't have to get it all done in one day. But you can hear my chickens in the background. They're crazy. And I think the other day I was talking with my husband, and he gets really frustrated with, like, he's like, we're always working on the house, and it's just like things are never done. And I'm like, the house will never be done. It's never done. The yards are not going to stop growing. Things are not going to stop breaking because we're living in it. It's a living thing. The house is a living thing, especially when you have people living in it. And even if you never touched a thing in it, it's still going to corrode from weather and time and all of that. So anyhow, all of that to say that housework, home improvement, if you're doing those things yourself, don't get discouraged. Don't feel like it's a never-ending job. It is never-ending, but it's also progressive. It's gonna progress into something else. It's gonna move into another way. For me, part of the joy of having a home that I love so much is being able to do the things that I love, so that I love to be home. But I always tell everybody, and my family knows this, I have made my home exactly the place I want to be, day in, day out. It's exactly the place I want to be. from the time I wake up in the morning to the time I go to bed at night. I never regret being here all day long. I don't. I enjoy it. It has my gardening. It has my studio. It has my chickens, my kids, my family knows exactly where I'm at. The door is always open. So I just wanted to give my 2 cents about it. And I know that being overwhelmed with things is a natural feeling. And if you allow yourself to feel that way, it's fine. But remember that being overwhelmed is a feeling, but how you respond to it is your choice. And I think that you can train yourself to be like, okay, I'm starting to feel this way. I'm going to take a moment and process this. And if I think a lot of times the hard part is when we're resisting and why am I feeling like this? And I shouldn't be feeling like this. And this shouldn't be like this. And it's like, it's called life. That's life. Life is not going to be perfection all the time. It's not going to be easy all the time. And you need to just, when it is easy, appreciate it, but not always go in expecting. And sometimes you go in and it's a shit show and you just have to laugh because laughing about it is you'd be surprised how good that makes you feel. So anyhow, I'm going to get on with it. I got a lot of stuff to show you for this video. I hope you guys enjoy it. All right, one of my chores for today is to get this fireplace cleaned out. We only used it a few times last winter. It just didn't even get cold enough, but I want to clean it out and get it set up. I normally just put like a plant or something in here and use it for extra display. So like I merchandise it all and stuff like that. So I'm just going to do that, clean that out, and then I usually brush the back of it and stuff like that. So this right here is a basket that I have. It has a lid on it, but I usually just throw like any paper items, newspaper, things like that I'll use for starting the fire and stuff like that. So okay, so because I don't have a bunch of storage, normally what I do is I'll put this back in there, but what I'll do is that I'll put it sitting up. So you can't really see it, but it's right here. I'll put it sitting up so that way I could store it there. I can put some things in front of it, and then I could just, have it there when I'm ready to start my first fire of the year. So I vacuumed this out. I am gonna have a chimney sweep come this season, this fall, and sweep out the chimney because I haven't had it done in quite a while. So I'm gonna put that copper or brass bin that I put a transfer on. I'm gonna put that in there and put all my tools in there. I'm gonna get that done, and then I will come back and let you see how that goes, or looks. How that's gonna stay. I might move him over a little and put something in there, something low, really low to the ground, just so that things are moving like this, and your eye goes all the way across, and then that'll be it for that. All right, I I'm going to go out to my garden and water, but I'm also going to show you guys how far I've gotten. I got these big pots a long time ago, I think last summer. I haven't done anything with them. They're just like a lightweight, but they look like they're, you know, concrete or whatever. So I'm going to spray them today with Bare Black flat paint. That's all I'm going to do to them. I'm not going to do a fancy old paint treatment or anything. This is my husband's idea of waterproofing. It's a shower seat that I got when I was still recovering from my West Nile episode, but he puts it out here because he turns the sprinklers on and stuff. But so I can sit if I need to. Okay, so this is how the tomatoes are doing. Everything is growing really well. So I'm gonna water these, although it feels like my husband maybe watered, but I want to do a really good drenching today just in case I'm not able to do it tomorrow. So the way that I do my tomatoes is that I will pick the bottom of the stem. You know, I'll start to clear off the bottom of the stem, but I will only do that if I see the first signs of flowers, so that all the energy goes to the flowers and not actually making other things. I see little butterflies in my plants. So I see a couple, but my secret is my sisters will be here in a couple of days. I'll have two of my sisters and one of my sister-in-laws, two of my sisters and two of my sister-in-laws. So I might put those girls to work with me out here. So you see the flowers are coming in. So I'm going to water these and then we'll move on into the next garden area when I water over there. But I just wanted to show you how big these things are. They're growing so fast. It's just kind of amazing to me how fast everything's going. So also, I don't know if you can see, I have a bunch of I don't know if they're are yellow jackets and wasps. It's the same thing. I don't know. I'll have to look that up. But I have whatever they are, I have a bunch of them. But my husband says to keep them because they eat mosquitoes. Anybody know if that's true or not? Because if it's not true, I'm going to get rid of the nest that my husband found that's actually in the chicken yard. If it is true, then I'll rethink that plan and maybe leave them here. So there's Snoop. What are you doing, buddy? Huh? I'm not ready to go in yet. You'll have to wait until I'm ready, okay? So, okay, Mom. You're such a good boy. You're such a good boy. So everything looks like it's doing pretty good. This is my bee mixture here, which if you ask me what that means, I don't know. It's just supposed to bring bees and butterflies, I guess, to the area to help pollinate. So I've had some people ask me about these white things in the garden beds, and these are actually worm, I don't know, a lack of a better word, like a little worm house. And I do that, and the top of it screws off, and then I put food in there, like rotting food or old food, things that I can't give to the chickens. But I don't put any meat in there or eggshells but just like and no dairy. So it's just like basically vegetables or fruit that has maybe gone to the other side, because they can actually eat um, rotting fruit and rotting vegetables. So that's one way that we kind of go through our stuff. It has 3 sections, or maybe 4 tiers in our house. So the first tier is us, like what we can eat. That's fresh. The second tier is it's still edible, but maybe it's something that we should cook with, whether it be like in a stew or something, more vegetables that are kind of getting dried out, or fruit that's getting a little ripe. Then I will, clean it, cut it up, and then freeze it for smoothies. Sweeter berry in your smoothie is a good thing. And then there's the third tier, which is the can go to the chickens. It's not something that I really want to cook with, but it's not rotted. It's not unsafe for them to eat. It's just maybe something that, even if it's something that like we're like, okay, we've had, broccoli like the last 4 days or whatever, and I'm just not going to make anything with this. So stuff like that. So we'll give that to the chickens, along with, any fruit that's still good, but maybe a little softer. And then the last tier, the fourth tier, is basically it's worm food. So that's anything that has just gone completely, what my son says, to the dark side. So if it's gone to the dark side, if it has mold on it, or it's just way too, just way too far gone, then we give it to the worms. So it cuts down on our waste in the house, because even feeding it to our worms, it gets, put back into the soil from their casting. And by feeding them, it keeps my soil turned and, kind of fertilized with the castings. And so, and it's food I'm not throwing away. It's not going away. So I don't mind doing that. I don't mind giving food to my worms, because it's going to come back to us as a family in our garden, in our soil, and it fertilizes the vegetables that we're growing, to feed us. Look at my little Sophia. Look at her run. She just wanted. She just wanted. She loves being in the garden. Hi, Mama. Oh, please. I got to put her flea drops on her. She got a bath yesterday, but she needs some flea drops. Okay, so I'm finally done with the living room. I'm going to show you this hot mess here. This is my entryway. So all the things that I've taken out of kind of redoing the living room. So I'm going to do this next and then start on my kitchen. But I just wanted to kind of show you. We took some pieces out, and then we're going to sell them on Facebook Marketplace, or people in my family are going to take them. But I just wanted to kind of show you the redo. So just starting from here, I moved this back in here. This is where it was originally. And I had a piece that was similar to this, but it was smaller and lighter wood. And I took that out, and that's not coming back in. It just kind of felt out of place, because a lot of my other furniture is really dark. It's not this dark, all of it. Like this piece here is a little lighter, but it is kind of still in that same kind of dark. We have this here. You'll see a lot of pieces here that you've seen me make if you watch my other channel. That's my sister and her wonderful husband, and they live in Santa Cruz. Um, I made this piece a long, long time ago. I moved all of the bar stuff here. So, because I had it sitting like there and it just seemed like you could never really see anything. So, with this, I was able to put all of it here and then actually add some of our barware there. And then I moved these two chairs in that were actually in the hallway. I got this beautiful wicker lamp off of Facebook Marketplace for $20. Yes, you heard that right, $20. So I moved this piece here. It originally was over there, but I moved this piece here, and that has some storage underneath. I have this cane back chair, which I think I got for like $15. And then I moved this piece, used to be over there where that piece is, which I got that Facebook Marketplace. I've had this little crazy table for, I'm not even lying, probably over 20 years. And then I just did the gallery wall yesterday. And these are our couches, which are old, and we got them from a friend a long, long time ago. But we have talked about getting new furniture, but honestly, I wouldn't know where, what to get. I just actually, because some of these, they had the wood feet in the front and the plastic feet in the back. I actually bought all new feet, replaced those, and it's sturdier than anything, and it's really comfortable. So I'm not sure if we're gonna be getting new couches anytime soon. This table I've had forever. I bought this new a long, long time ago, but it had a glass top. The glass broke. Then I had an old hutch that was actually my grandma's, and my dad had that. Had it. It was falling apart, and he had it made into a top for me. So that's really special. Here is the fireplace that I redid, and if this one does this one work? Yeah. So I put a light there behind it so you can see the stained glass window, and that's the one my sister got me. This is my painting of Venice that I got for $20 off of Facebook Marketplace, and it is an actual painting, and it's done by not a well-known but an actual painter that was from the States and traveled to Italy, and then apprenticed under a well-known artist there. So this is my mantle, and I've had this set up for the same way for a really long time. I like it, so I'm not gonna change it. I got these tables. I got one there, and I got another one over there. They're a set. I paid $100 for the both of them, and they are gorgeous. They're gorgeous. So I actually drove to Fresno and got those. This basket I got a long, long time ago, and it was a really light, almost boho style. And I was gonna sell it, but then I just took some spray stain and sprayed it darker, so now it fits there. These lamps, I got two of those, and I got those for $60 from a vintage store. Uh, secondhand. The only thing I think new here is the candles, which those are battery operated, and then this candle was a gift for my mom. And you can see on the gallery wall that these are some pieces that I actually made myself. I made this window here for my dad. It's like a foam stained glass window, and I made that for him when back in 1998 maybe. So it's pretty old. So he doesn't have a place to put it. So he gave it back to me, and we have it up in here because, as you know, my husband is a motorcycle mechanic. This is a picture. It's an old vintage picture of Harley Davidson. So some of these things are um, that I did. And then these really nice ones here, I did that one, but are all second hand from Goodwill that I picked up. And this rocker I got for $50, and it's in really good shape. So everybody loves sitting there. This is the other table and the other lamp. And then the whole reason that I started this was because this credenza became available on Facebook Marketplace a couple of days ago. She wanted $100 for it, but she really wanted it out of her house. So it's really heavy, and she couldn't get anybody to where it would fit in their truck or come get it or have the manpower to come get it. So I sent my 3 men to go get it, and she gave it to me for $80, and I'm just jazzed. So back here are shutters, and the couch was actually here. So this was kind of like all dead space anyway. Like, it's not like you could hang anything from there. We couldn't open them because the shutters aren't in 2 pieces. They're in one whole piece like this. And so it was just kind of dead space. And so I thought, well, why don't we just go ahead and put the TV over there? This room needs bigger furniture. The small type of smaller furniture just can't support the size of this room. So this is actually my cabinet. I have my grandma's ashes. I know this is probably kind of morbid, but I have my grandma's ashes and some of my aunt's ashes and my little dog, Gracie, that I had for like 18 or so years. And she went to heaven New Year's Day 2020. So that was my other child. So that was hard. Let's see. So that's it. That's how everything kind of looks. I like the fact that these windows open up and I can see out. I don't know if you can, the light is kind of blocking it, but if I go over here, excuse that, you can kind of see, I can see my garden from out here. So that's always really nice. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. And I will see you next week on Sunday. Hope you all have a good weekend. I hope you had a really nice Father's Day with your family, and I will see you soon.